Okay, let us move on. Like I said, we're going to do some End of Dragons later, but first I want to do a few little fun things, and I want to do the dailies if I can. Maybe we'll swing around to those when I've got nothing else to do. The last 2 nights, I haven't touched a drop of alcohol, trying to go to a drink on weekends only. I've had a problem of drinking nightly, like not getting wasted, but still having drinks every night. Yeah, like habitual drinking. Yeah. Still get up every morning and every work. I'd still function properly before bed, stay hydrated, but long term that is not healthy. True, yes. Problem is I like drinking, but I'm shifting to only drinking to 2 out of 7 nights instead of 7 out of 7. That's fair enough as well. I mean, it becomes habitual like that, then yeah, it's worth looking at it and thinking, this could get worse. I don't think it will, but it could get worse. You know, like I had 4 beers this Saturday and I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to do that again for a while. I fucking hate that hangover. I'm 43 years old. I don't like hangovers. Once you turn into your 30s, that's it. You're like, oh god, is this how hangovers really feel? Ugh. Yeah. So, like, you can literally feel the rotation of the earth as your brain is being dragged along behind you, and it hurts. It's like, fuck, I hate this. So, you know, like, it's always worth being mindful of the drinking, right? Because the next thing you know, it could be like 7 beers a night, 8 beers a night, and that's when it gets, like, bad. That's when you need help, yeah, and you don't want to go down that road. So, and then it makes the drinking special. Like, it becomes a treat if you do it rarely. Like, for me, that was a rare treat. So, you know, not too bad.
You can never have too much treasure.
Also, 4 beers is a foreign concept to me. Last I drank, I learned the consequences of 18. I haven't ever really drunk that much, but I did drink once to a point where I was really, really ill. Oh my god, I was so ill. That was a stupid night. Like, when I was much younger, that was a stupid night. Yeah. I woke up in the middle of the night, already mid-vomit, leaning over the edge of my bed. And then I don't remember stopping, and I woke up the next morning, like, with the side of the bed just covered in vomit. It was gross. I don't want to do that ever again. That will never happen again. Yeah. I think that was a works party. That was like, oh, that was the work Christmas party. I worked, it was a Saturday when we had the works Christmas party before Christmas. This was back when I was in my early 20s, like I was maybe 20, 21.
You can never have too much treasure.
And, yeah. I went to work that morning. It started at 9, I finished at 6, and I went straight from there to, went home, got some other clothes on, and my dad took me to the pub that we were going to for dinner, to like the meet where we were having the Christmas dinner. And I had eaten nothing all day. I didn't even have a lunch break at work, and I didn't feel it, but I had eaten nothing. I had an empty stomach. The first thing I started doing was drinking beer as soon as I got there. So it was like 7:30 at that point. And then we sat down and had a humongous plate of Christmas turkey, roast potatoes. You know, normally when you go to a works dinner where they're doing mass catering, you get a shit little portion. Not this time. They just carved off huge slabs of meat for us and put it all on a plate. And it was like, they understand us. They know what we want right now. Stuffing balls and gravy and mashed potatoes and, you know, veggies and every other thing. I inhaled it and followed it up with more beer, and I must have had about 7, 8 beers that evening. It all came back. It was not a good scene, not a good look, not a good feel.
That looks valuable.
Not a great memory. I'm probably not very nice to share with people either in the way that I'm doing. But tough, this is why you all tuned in and subbed, so, you know. Tip for hangovers, every 2 drinks, drink a glass of water. Yeah, which is what I did. I did drink a glass of water, but then I didn't have one before I went to bed. But that doesn't always work for me, I've found. Don't like having to rely on something for stress relief. My boss recommends medication. That's swapping a crutch for another. Exactly. And that's, you know, I'm not going to say it's swapping one for one that's harder to get out of, but it is actually, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's swapping one thing for another. Ascalon Vista View, a Kryta Lumberer. Did I not get that yet? No, I've still got a little bit to go. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to go out the front door of the city. So yeah, you don't want to do that, you know, and they're both as hard to get rid of as each other, but, you know, there can be other effects with the medication you don't want either.
I'm so tired of hearing about...
First hangover is 50% being dehydrated, 50% literally poisoning yourself. That's basically what you do. That's what beer does to you. Yeah, absolutely. Turn 36, used to drink a case of beer every Friday. That's a lot, yeah.
I bet I can run faster than you.
During my teenage years and the extreme lack of hangovers. Hate. Hate you. Enjoy that youth. How dare you. How dare you come into this old man's stream and tell me something like that. Water is a lifesaver. Yes, must drink a gallon a day. Yeah, I drink a lot of water anyway, so I do hydrate, especially since I moved here. I'm glad I got into the habit of hydrating years ago before I moved here, because the air is it's desert climate here, so it's dry. It's dry. Oh boy, it's dry here. So, yeah, I would probably shrivel up into a prune if I didn't get into that habit of drinking regularly. New Year's, I decided to take quite a few too many swigs from a bottle of Grey Goose. Ooh, very nice. I already had a pretty nasty stomach flu, plus no food, woke out, blackout, so violently sick. Ah, that's no good. No, yeah, I mean that was my lesson learned about like drinking on not so much an empty stomach, 'cause I didn't. I ate a big meal on an empty stomach while drinking, and I'm never doing that again. We need to find some lumber. Find some lumber nodes out here. I can get my dailies. If you do 3 dailies a day, you get 2 gold. So, and I want that gold. I need gold. But I'm looking for lumber nodes on the map down here, and I don't really know where there are any in this area. I haven't been in Queensdale. Is it Queensdale? Yeah, Queensdale. I don't remember the name of the zone anymore. It's been so long. Been fun, reliving the days of vomits and headaches, but I gotta actually work. No problem, Miss Proud. You take care of yourself. You will be here in spirit. Love a good haunting. I got a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, I gotta catch up with chat, but I want to play the game as well. I'm trying not to crash into things. 6'5", 720 pounds, and get thirsty easy. That'll happen. Yep, for sure. Please bear in mind, Wolf, I'm very Irish and Welsh. Lots of rage and self-loathing. Oh no, that's a horrible combination.
Never have too much.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I knew about the Irish. I didn't know about the Welsh. I didn't know you had Welsh in your family. My mother had Welsh. Well, her surname's Jones, so that's as Welsh as it gets. So her maiden name, sorry, was Jones. So yeah, that's as Welsh as it gets, right? But yeah, they have like a couple of generations past were pretty Welsh. Also quite large. First is indeed constant. It is indeed. Alberta is dry. Yeah, it is, and rough at times. Very, very. If you spend a winter in BC, you'll never take the dry weather for granted again. Well, I mean, I come from the UK. We're used to the humidity levels rarely dropping below like 50 to 60%. Either in the summer or the winter, because it's so wet. But it's a small, thin island surrounded by fucking water. Of course it's humid. Oh. BC is a wet cold that hits your bones and nothing you can do. Enjoy the dry cold. I mean, to be honest as well, in either cold or hot, I prefer dry. You know, like, but I prefer it to be cold than hot. You'll send me your surname, I will see. Do. I'm assuming Discord. Okay, what are we gonna do over here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's spelling. Yeah, that's Welsh. That is Welsh, indeed. Let's just slam some letters together, and that is Welsh. That's how that language is made. We have a, I keep forgetting, Ascalon Vista Viewer. That's it. Ascalon. I still have to do map completion on Baldwin. I'm so upset at myself. Like, all of Ascalon I haven't done. I mean, obviously he's human, so, you know, he's not welcome in the Charlands. But yeah, Black Citadel. Let's go and get the Vista Point there. Extremely Welsh. That's like distilled blood of Tom Jones Welsh right there. That's what that is. I came to Alberta in a bad year, then the fucking heat is I came to Alberta, yeah, not you. I read that as I as in you, not I as in, or you as in I or me. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I did come to Alberta in a bad year, and then the heat is unbearable. You know, that's that global warming we keep all hearing doesn't exist.
That's how
Oh, pronouns, how do they work? I don't know. They're so weird. The other side of the family is Coleman. Oh my god. That also be Welsh, I guess. Because, you know, coal mining. But then again, I'm from Barnsley in the UK, and that's some coal mining place right there. That's coal country. Barnsley, Nottingham, and Newcastle. The holy trifecta of that very precious black, dusty rock that people burned in the Victorian age and, you know, caused everybody to get lung diseases. Dredgehaunt Cliffs event thing. I hate doing the event. I'm going to leave that for now. Here's what I'm going to do instead. I have some achievements that I was working on. Oh, the Henge Away From Home. I got it, but I got the next level off... Oh, that's the map again. What am I doing? I got the next level off stream. You guys remember I did this a while back, that I was getting this particular backpack piece from Draconis Mons by doing some achievements, and you got this exotic backpack called the Druid Stone. Okay? Nice and, you know, twiggy looking. And then you get the next achievement unlocked, and you can get the, what's called the Living Druid Stone. It actually has some leaves on it, and the twigs get a bit bigger. The stats don't change, it's exotic, and you can select the stats. And then you can get the Blooming Druid Stone, which is what I was working on when I did this before. So it's now got a couple of little flowers and a bit of rock floating around it. It gets bigger every time. But you have to do this in, like, daily steps. Well, now, that unlocked the fourth one, a Henge Away From Home, which is an ascended level back piece. Look at that shit. I have a druid, he needs this, so I'm working on it, but I've got all this to do. So, yeah, what I need to do is get a bunch of things and combine them with Druid Stones. The element of Aestus in Draconis Mons, dropped by the Destroyer Ignis in Draconis Mons, the Molten Desecrator, and I need to make rune stones. The rune stones you can only make once a day, so I need to go and get the ingredients for those. And then you've got to show these rune stones to one of the spirits in Draconis Mons. Dropped by Fire Elementals. Just any old elemental? Okay, cool. So I want to at least try and get one of those done today. Let's go over there. 46 degrees up here. Don't pay attention to Calgary weather, but can't imagine it's too different. Actually, no, it's cool here. Today, we had a thunderstorm roll through yesterday, which was pretty cool. It's 16 degrees currently, and overnight it was like 9, because we had so much rain and hail slam down yesterday in the evening, late afternoon and evening. It was crazy. Hello, Sam. What is going on? But yeah, we're getting the storms for sure. The storms have been crazy out here. Like, I mean, you probably saw, Ripley, on the news a couple of weeks ago. There was probably one of the strongest tornadoes in Alberta in the last few decades on record. It was an EF4. Landed about 50 kilometers north of us and plowed through, I think it was Didsbury. Yeah. Wrecked quite a few things, killed a bunch of livestock and horses. A couple of people, well, a few people got really badly hurt. Some people got trapped in their basements, taking refuge. A dozen houses wrecked, just flattened. It was awful. You did so that. See, hang on. You did see it or you didn't? No. Oh, that's Sam. Okay. Yeah, you did see that. It was terrible. But how's it going, Sam? Nice to see you. I see Iron Dragon still hasn't kicked you out. That's a good sign. Yeah. Also, would you mind taking your smoke back? I'd like to ride without needing a lung transplant. Nah, you can keep that. You can keep all of that. We don't want it. Yeah, the smoke is real right now, though, right? It is gross. Okay, that's one piece of druid stone bought. That's the easy one. Now, if you don't want to do the work, you can get one of those every day from that guy. But instead, I'm just going to shoot myself through a lava cannon, come over here to the heart vendor and do their, I'm going to do their jobs. I'm going to free all of these poor people from vines. Kill, kill, kill. I suppose my glasses are a bit too reflective for you to see all the hate in my eyes. If you ever suspect someone is Welsh, looks for the hate. No kidding. And yet, Welsh people are also so lovely. God damn, this guy runs a long way. That really annoys me. Stand still and take your death like a man dinosaur. Manosaur. Alberta and its weirdly aggressive weather. No kidding. I'm pretty sure I didn't have a look this morning actually, but last evening we can just see a section of the mountains over there which just goes behind the roof of the building next to us. And I swear to God, even it was getting late, so it was getting darker, but I was out watching the clouds and the really nice orange of the sunset reflecting off of them after the storm passed. The rear end of the storm looked really cool, and I was like, I'm going to stand out on the balcony and watch this. And I swear to God, it looks like there was white on the top of the mountains. Like, did they get snow on the mountains in July? They probably did, because it can and does happen. It's the weather here does whatever the fuck it wants, I found. You know, I thought England was bad for that. But usually what England wants to do is rain. Just rain. All the rain. We are fantastic, but the hate is all pointed at oneself. True, yes. Hey! Little fucking pocket raptor, get out of here. Ah! What is that? Roller devil? Are you freeing roller devils from these bushes? Let me free them.
Someone pretending to be Balthazar? Nothing can see.
Oh, no, I didn't want to do that one. This is a smog scale. Ah! God, I hate those things. Smoke scales and smog scales are really, really fucking annoying. But even, oh God, oh, go away! Oh God, what did I hit? I need to set my keyboard up so that, stand fucking still, you little shit. I need to set my keyboard up so that it disables certain keys, because it can do that. And I need to have it disable the fucking World versus World and the guild screen. Oh my God, I am gonna get killed because I'm not paying attention. Why is... Oh, and the looking for group as well. Why is this guy not crowd controlling? There we go. That's better. Fuck you. Oh. Alberta BC border, I'm guessing, yeah, the mountains stay snowed in. Yes, they can indeed be pretty snowy. Hey, there we go. We done. We done. We got the heart. Tactician Tunnel. Give me your rune stone now. Thank you. Take that. We need 5 of these in total. 4 from the heart vendors and 1 from the guy we just bought one from down by the water. So let's carry on with this one. The other thing I want to work on at some point is the legendary stuff. It's been like, you know, forever since I did any legendary work. So I started looking at the legendary trinkets. This zone, or this whole season rather, had the legendary trinket Aurora, which I kind of want to do. Let me fix these golems up. This is generally the quicker way to do this heart, I've found. You see people running around killing tons and tons of spiders, but really, what you want to do? Fix these golems, because it gives you so much contribution. But yeah, I need to redo stuff in all the zones. Living World Season 3, including all the heart vendors, and then you buy a bunch of stuff. Where's there's a golem part. Take that. You buy some stuff from them that contributes towards the collection for the legendary trinket. And I always wondered why so many people grind Living World Season 3 maps until I started Aurora, and I was like, oh, that's why. They're all doing this shit. Fix this golem. Give me this pot. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Pick the part up. There we go. Auto-modded. Yeah, I'm not going to allow that one, but I see the message. Welcome to Canada, land of the cold, and even more dumbass rednecks. Actually, you know what? I am going to allow that because, yeah, maybe kind of agree with the sentiment. Oh, no. Oh, God. I mean, I saw a Freedom Convoy truck roll through town earlier last week, and I was just like, oh, no, they're here too. Fuck. I mean, I saw one last summer as well. Some guy in the parking lot near Starbucks, and I was just like, you live in one of the freest countries in the fucking world. How are you not free? You know, like, really? But, you know, apparently the federal government are monsters. Yeah, Trudeau's kind of shit. He's just a shit politician, though. That doesn't mean to say you're not free. The next politician that gets in, guess what? They're gonna be shit too. Yeah. We will never be free from shit politicians until we stop voting them into office. But whatever. You know, whatever floats some people's boat and lets them get through the day, right? Yeah. It is a thing. God, the Freedom Convoys. Yeah, we don't... Yeah, let's say, we don't like Justin Trudeau. I mean, as a Brit, years ago, when he was first elected, looking at him then, like, and we only get, like, in British news circles, yeah, you only get so much information about other countries because, you know, that's the international news. You get the summary, you get the cliff notes. You don't get the exposed to the everyday detail stuff. So, like, all the domestic shit, all the domestic policies, you only see what happens on the international stage. And for a time, he kind of looked pretty good. Compared to our lineup and what they had in the States, it was like, this guy's good. God, why can't we get a guy like him over here in England? We still had, I think, Tony Blair at the time, while we were rolling into the Cameron years, and it was like, alright. But yeah, let's be honest, he looks about as appetizing now as a wet lettuce. So... But guess what? Any other government will be just as corrupt and inept. Because I don't know if anybody's noticed, but that's kind of what's happening in politics these days. The Gen Xers are in charge now, almost. The boomers have finally all gone, and the Gen Xers are in charge, and the nihilism is real. It is so real. Like, ease. Oh, this coffee's good. Kind of understood the massive trucker rally that went through Canada not long ago. The main problem was the disrupting the peace of thousands of towns. Yeah, like, you know, if you've got a problem with the government, take it up with them. Stop getting in other people's way. You know, and I on the one hand, I understand some of their grief, but it turned into something else. It turned into a bunch of whiny anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers. It was hijacked, like all movements generally are, by extremism. That's right, get the fuck out of here. I don't like doing this particular heart because it takes forever. This one I haven't really found a thing to do that contributes a lot to the progress of the heart up here. Justin bends to the world of Eastern Canada, Western Canada gets no love. I mean, I don't disagree, for sure. Like, we have the same problem in England where everything revolves around the fucking South, you know? If anyone gets anything good, or big investment in stuff, it's the south of England that gets it. It's London, and it's the southern counties. They all get it. We don't in the north. And it's fucking aggravating. And they say, well, there's no real great benefit to the country's economy if we run the HS2 high-speed rail link up to the north. Like, you don't think that people in the north need to commute to the south fast? You guys are already there. You don't need a fast railway to get you to London. Whereas businesses in the north could fucking thrive better if they had access to the financial center of the country. You idiots, but it's snobbery and elitism is what it is. That was the problem. Oh my god, the music's... Alright, yeah. I was like, why is the music going crazy? Because there is a very big angry wormy boy over there. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Unless I see a swarm of people killing that thing, I'm not jumping in. So, you know, and it's like... The north-south divide in England is very comparable to the east-west divide in Canada, or the United States. You know, there's huge... Although I don't really see it so much in the States, but maybe people from the US will disagree with me. That there's like an east-west thing. Yeah, there's extreme east, like east coast and west coast cultures can be so wildly different. But there is also a north and a south thing that goes on in the United States. And there's also a coastal versus inland thing. And then there's, you know, east versus west, like middle of the country. And then there's Gulf state thing. There's so many different subcultures in the US that I see, that I can see that there's so much division and strangeness there that goes on between them. So many, like, I don't want to say rivalries, but so many differences that... Shit, we got fucking webbed. These guys have net launchers, right. So, you know, like, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm kind of losing my point, but the way I feel about the United States is it's kind of a patchwork of different cultural tones that tend to clash, is what I was getting at. Whereas here I find it seems to be more east versus west, and in the UK it's more north versus south. You know, there's a very clear divide there. So it's very interesting. God, I hate these fucking mesmers. Stand still and die! There we go. Ah, you missed with your fucking bullshit net. Take that. Oh, done. Nice. Yeah, oh god, I'm stuck. I'm out of here. Give me that karma. Oh, and the music finally fucking chilled out. That was too epic for what I was doing. They cater to the larger populace common political trick for easy votes. Yeah, I mean, I get that too. That is indeed the case. Doesn't make it right though. Just, you know, it is the thing that they do though. You're absolutely right there. States are distributed quite well. Certain states do get special treatment, but they can't ignore states like they do the provinces. Yeah, the political makeup here is different. So, like, we have provincial level governments. I mean, okay, America has state level government and they have, like, federal level government as well, but they're very closely tied together through, like, the Senate and all that kind of stuff, right? Whereas over here, the provincial governments are almost they're very standalone-y, almost, I want to say. And then there's a federal, like, provincial stuff, like we have federal MLAs and we have provincial MLAs, you know, like members of the legislature, basically MPs or senators or whatever you want to call them, whatever their analogy would be in your country. Whereas, you know, like here, there's, I think, more of a division on those two, like, levels of government, which I didn't quite understand at first when I was planning to move here, and I looked into how the government functions here, and I was like, huh. Like, I got confused even when they had the Conservative Party leadership contest. Well, there was federal and there was provincial. And the federal, like, leadership contest was settled first, and Pierre What's-His-Face got in, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's our new UCP guy? No, that's not the UCP. UCP is Albertan Provincial Politic Party, and I'm like, okay, so how do they fit into this? Because Jason Kelly resigned and fucked off and left a whole load of shit in his wake, and somebody picked up that shit and rolled in it a little bit and got elected, apparently. So, you know, and I was like, huh, oh, right, I understand now. There's another Conservative Party leader, and I'm like, oh, but that's a different type of party. That's a provincial party. But it's like, but then there's the NDP. What the hell is that? I'm like, oh, they're federal and they're also provincial because they just run under the same umbrella. And that happens sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. There's independent parties in the provincial level, and I'm like, this is confusing. But I kind of got it in the end. So nice to have a non-heated political conversation. People are always like, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, Sam, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Political conversations are always heated. How dare you? It's like, no, I'm going to be nice about this. So, you know, you don't get to frame this. But, yeah, it's hard to have a non-contentious political discussion. And people always say, like, don't, you know, like, as a Twitch streamer, they say to me, like, oh, dude, you should not be talking politics in your stream. Just don't, because it never ends well. And it's like, it only ends the way people choose that it ends. And if it ends wrong, it's because people chose to do the conversation wrong. You know, like, I'm of the mind that I'm okay with you to have your own political viewpoints and discuss them up to a point where, like, as long as those viewpoints aren't intensely offensive, like, don't come in my channel spouting some Nazi shit, because I will fucking kick you back to the Stone Age so fast. You know, like, get the hell out of my channel. I don't welcome that. And that is, holy shit, I've got 3 Inquest keypad drops. These things are rare. How did that happen? But yeah, artifacts. I can use them to hack these terminals. Are the others still there, or did they vanish? No, they're still here. Sweet. You know, like, there's a certain level of tolerance. Oh no, I got aggro. Fuck. Fine. That I'm willing to go to, is what I'm saying. And after that, yeah, get the hell out of my channel, you know. People will say, well, that's a bit of a contradiction. I'll be like, no, it really isn't. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna... I say to people, I'm always intolerant of intolerance. And one person once tried to get one over on that and laugh at me and be like, ah, you see, you hypocrite. You're intolerant then. And it's like, not really, no. Because if you tolerate intolerance, you will end up with an intolerant society. And that's the only way to avoid it, is to not be tolerant of it. You know what I mean? So, you know, political discussions are fine. Provided they, what am I getting hit by? Oh, fucking guy over there. Jesus. You know, provided that people are still respectful. Like, I've always said that this channel is a, you know, it welcomes all and their views, as long as, and it says in the rules, as long as you are of a similar mindset. You can have your you can have your political and religious beliefs, no problem. Just don't force them on other people. Don't, you know, don't try and dictate to them what you can do. That is not your level of freedom. You don't have that. Nobody has that level of freedom. I've always said that your rights end where another person's begins. And that's how we get a nice society. You know? Like, oh, I could never tell anybody, for instance, and this is going to sound controversial, but I could never say to anybody in good conscience, you have to, you know, you have to agree that being gay is okay, because I can't force that on anybody. It would be nice if people could agree that it's fine, because that's how I feel. I'm fully supportive of gay people, trans people, you know, anything at all in all that wide spectrum that is just too big to go into. That's how I feel. I'm very accepting of it. And if people want to live that way, it doesn't harm anybody, and I'm good with it. But I can never tell anyone else that they have to feel the same way. You know, I can't force that on other people. If they don't feel that way, fucking whatever. I will disagree with you. I think that you're wrong. But as long as you leave it at that, that's fine. But the minute you start saying, and therefore I want to stamp it out, I go, fuck off. Get out of my face. That's where the tolerance ends, you know? Like, we have to work towards a world where people can be accepting. And you can't do that by not being accepting. But at the end of the day, you can't also accept people who aren't accepting and obstructive at the same time. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, I've been rabbiting on and I should look at chat now. I'm married, I'm always wrong. Well, that's true, Sam. I understand that pain. Yeah. It's like the law. You want me to admit the French are people too? Let's not get crazy. Yeah. People are allowed to have their own opinions. True. True. They're allowed to have their own opinions, and even if you think it's wrong and they think you're wrong, you have to agree to disagree and leave it at that. But what you can't do is then turn around and say, therefore I'm going to force it on you. Yeah, I'm not so much of a hypocrite that I would try to force people to, you know, not be homophobic. But at the same time, if as long as that extends to just stays here in your brain and you think to yourself, well, I don't think it's right. I think it's, you know, it's against my religious beliefs. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. I can't force you to change your mind on that. But the minute you start saying, therefore I want the government to outlaw it, to go to ban gay marriage, and we've got to make sure that this doesn't happen, and we've got to, you know, reintroduce electroshock therapy for kids, and whoa, you know, fuck off. No, you don't get that right. Your rights end where another person's begins. End of story. That's my belief. So, the French are disliked because of Justin. Once he's gone, we can coexist. I mean, okay, his name sounds French. His Trudeau is a very kind of French sound. I didn't realize he was actually French-Canadian, though. Is he? I haven't really read anything about the guy's, like, biography. I just know that he exists as a person, so, yeah. Oh, he's a politician and he's in the Liberal Party. Cool. Whatever. I don't know his history. Definitely have multiple friends along the LGBTQIA+ spectrum, but I cannot tell people they need to accept them. I simply don't associate with those people. True, yeah, exactly. And that's how we do things, you know, like... I feel that people have tolerated intolerance too much to the point where we mollycoddle it, and it lets them feel safe, and that's why it's getting worse. That's why it's getting so much worse, because they feel emboldened enough to act out, and that's why we now have, like, you know, that's why we have fucking Florida being the way it is right now under DeSantis, like the Don't Say Gay bill and all that stuff, and his big argument now with Disney, and basically the guy running around like he's running a Christian dictatorship. Like, you are welcome to be Christian, and you are welcome to have your so-called Christian belief that gay is wrong. Whatever, I can't change that, but at the same time, you cannot then say, therefore I have a right to force that on everybody else and eradicate, you know, gay people. Fuck you, you don't have that right, is my long and short of it. Justin is French-Canadian, a driving factor for his special treatment of the East. So he kind of like... I never really noticed that, like, if he leans on that or anything in his politics, but I still don't pay too much attention right now to, like, the deeper French politics. I've kind of just, like, I've submerged myself in it a little bit to the point where I can passively soak some of it in, and after a few years I will maybe have more context, because it's hard coming into another country like I've done. And, you know, it's hard to do that and just immediately understand everything there is to understand about its politics. You need to be here for several years and see things and form your own opinions about it, but also listen to other people's opinions and then see where you stand, is how it should be. You know, I definitely don't want to be spoon-fed what my political belief should be. Why am I coming to this guy, by the way? I've just realized I haven't... Where's the rune stones? There they are. Bing! I now have a druid rune stone. I don't have anything to combine it with, but if I did... what can I do? I don't really want to wait for any of these meta events to start, so we'll move on to something else now. But let's say I defeat the Destroyer Aestus, which spawns out here on this lower level. I think it's there, on the frothing pedestal, down in the boiling sea. Or it's over here. It's one of these two. But it's a group level boss event, so if I destroy that, I will get some kind of thing from it. I can combine it with the runestone and make the Aestus runestone, and then I can show it to this guy. It will move the achievement along, but as long as I get the runestones daily, I'm happy for now. I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, what else was I gonna do? I'm trying to finish this achievement. Return to Siren's Landing. I'll get a leyline weapon cache at the end. I still need to do a few more events. Need to open one more of Abaddon's reliquaries. That'll get that. Do I get anything for that? I get 3 coffers. Okay. Oh, I was going to do a jumping puzzle for you guys, but not that one, because I don't know it. I want to do a special kind of hell for you guys, because I need it for Aurora. I hate this one. Oh. Not gonna lie, Quebec is fucking wild. Bunch of angry little dudes. I mean, I know that the province as well gets quite a few differences in the way that anything is handled. When we went through the immigration process, there were questions like, you know, if you have like people in Quebec, then you need to do this form differently, or fill this in, or check this box, and, you know, fill in this section, otherwise don't bother, you know, and like, or skip this next section if you're going to Quebec, or you are, you know, you're applying to like a work permit in Quebec, or family there, and blah blah blah. Because there were like different ways that immigration stuff got processed for them versus everywhere else. And then when you file your taxes, there's different things there as well that are like, do you have residency in Quebec, or do you do business in Quebec, and things like that. And it's like, yeah, why is it different? Oh, I don't know. They just get some special treatments, or they get different stuff done. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, what was I looking for? Collection. Just to show you guys this. I mean, I showed you the legendary weapons once, and I am going to work on those one day, but not today. Legendary backpacks, legendary armors, legendary trinkets. So there's quite a few different things you need to do to get them. Draconis Mons Master is one of them. I need to. This is why I'm doing the Wayfarer's Henge, because this adds to this achievement. This will give me the Draconis Mons Hero, and there are other ones as well in the Aurora Awakening, Bloodstone Fair and Ember Bay. Basically every Season 3 map has a hero thing that you... A lot of these don't retroactively apply, like this one. Mined from Bloodstone Crystals. I've mined many Bloodstone Crystals in my time, but not when I had this achievement active, so this thing didn't drop for me. Obtained after defeating the ghostly Justicar Hablion. Yeah, I've done that a few times as well. I didn't get this, so this didn't retroactively apply, because when you get these achievements activated, you get these items then become available to drop, because you will actually get an actual trophy item from them. White Mantle crests and so on and so forth, right? But what I need to do is go here, Ember Bay. Where is it? Flask of Tears, obtained from the Chalice of Tears jumping puzzle. This fucking thing. I hate the Chalice of Tears, and let me show you why.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
We need to go to the Castaway Circus. Here we go. Hello, Yuri! How is it going? Nice to see ya. Moving to Canada, Quebec gets their own benefits, much like if you are largely native. Yeah, because, well, it's like a lot of that, like, French heritage protection stuff that's rolled into it, I guess, and I guess they're just looking for ways to keep those protections. Okay, you guys can't see this, but I have the taco overlay. I'm not going to show it to you guys because it just gets in the way, but I'm going to turn it on for myself, so bear with me a moment. Where are jumping puzzles? Chalice of Tears, there it is. Turn off token collector now. Well, and it's just going to give me a route, which hasn't shown up for some reason. Maybe I've had this happen before. Maybe it is there and I just don't see it until I get there. So what we need to do is go into that volcano, and you see that point right up there? Is it there? No, is it there? I think it's there. It's either that one or that one is the top of the puzzle, but we need to go up the inside of the volcano. And I want you guys to see this, and just how rage-inducing this is. Do you remember at the beginning of the stream when I said I don't like playing things that stress me out too much? There's always an exception to every rule, and this fucking place is one of them. And I have to go around wide, find my way into the entrance, avoid as many of these jade armor bastards as I can. There we go, because eventually you get kicked off your mount. You are not allowed to mount here. Yep, there we go. Kicked off my mount. Where's the entrance? Hang on. Yeah, okay, so my taco overlay isn't working. Let me just take... I'm going to restart my overlay. You got a $15 refund for RimWorld, adjusting non-USD pricing. Hey, if you can get refunds and rebates on video games, go for it. Oh, I see why I didn't turn on the Ember Bay category. Right, okay, yeah, this is the starting point. Yeah, so you guys can't see it. Actually, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Here it is. If I capture my display, it renders, and it shows me the route. But I'm going to turn that off for you guys, so you don't have to see it. Now, here's a thing I have. It's called the Prototype Position Rewinder. We're going to be using a lot of that. I'm going to demonstrate it real quick. Here's what we do. We turn it on, and you get this from Sandswept Isles. You have to do the heart vendor in the this heart vendor here down by the Inquest base, the Aniogel encampment point. This place. Do his heart, buy this thing, and you will never fear another jumping puzzle so long as you live. So here's what you do. You press 1 to mark your location. That stays marked for 30 seconds. And whenever you press the 2 button, boing, you ping back to it. There is a 30-second cooldown on the rewind, so it gives you 30 seconds to kind of like just chill and relax and be like, fucking hate this jumping puzzle. And then you can carry on. Broke a new record for hours worked last week. Would have been more on the timesheet if I didn't go to the hospital because my partner flipped out and lost his shit. Oh no, the latter has nothing to do with the record per se. Yikes. Well, hopefully they're okay. But how many hours? Like, what was the amount of work you did? Okay, so I need to glide around here. Oh, not there. Here we go. This bit. Through this cave. You know, I did this jumping puzzle once, and I said to myself I never need to do it again. I recently had to do most of it again to get some objects, some collectible objects that were in the jumping puzzle, and I didn't know they were there. So I was kind of mad at that. And then I learned after I unlocked this achievement, I have to do it again, and I'm like, fuck. No. Anyway, we don't want this right now. And I should actually, oh god, I'm dying. Switch to my ranged weapon. Kill that guy. Lava elementals can fuck off. Honestly. Okay, one good thing about this puzzle though is you get these things called refreshing mists. They act as a checkpoint. If you die, you go back to the checkpoint. So that's good. Kill, 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 kill.
Nothing can save you.
Okay. I'm going to need 135-hour shift consecutive hours? What do you do for a living again, Yuri? Remind me. Like, because that's crazy. Was that like some kind of on-site work where you're just like doing a massive project and it's like just a marathon? EMS. Oh, right. Okay, yes. I remember now. You've told me that before, but I couldn't remember. EMS. You worked 135-hour EMS shift? Dude. That is crazy. When you call the, what you call the Canadian equivalent of 911, I show up. Wow, that is some weird, crazy hours. Alright, let's go. We've got to run through the lava. Ah, my burning bum. I'm gonna do that. Up here. Oh god, this is pain. Pain! This is pain. Okay, yep, see, I need to use my thingy to get back here. No! Kill that thing. Give me some health. Alright. Back to the prototype position rewinder. Half my co-workers couldn't believe they approved all that consecutives. I wouldn't. Either just needed the overtime. Hey, when you need it, you gotta do it, right? But that is still crazy, like, oh shit. Shit. That's Bernie. Bernie, ouch. Not Bernie Sanders. Oh god, come on. There we go. Okay, another refreshing mist. Good. Now, we need to glide to this rock here. And this is... Oh god, no, before I do that, I should set a rewind point in case I miss. Most of the time it's okay. There we go. Oh, oh god. Fuck. Okay. Slowing it down now, but I'm picking up extra overtime for about another month. Yeah, I mean, don't make a habit of doing that. You're gonna burn out. Don't do that to yourself, but damn, that's heroic. I should start planning our vacation soon. Shy and I haven't really made any vacation plans still this year, and we're a little disappointed in ourselves. We should have been doing that. Oh god, I almost ran off the edge. We should have been doing that, like, you know, in the winter. We wanted to go somewhere. Oh, we did find a cool thing out though, right? So, her parents bought us the Kananaskis Pass so that we can go into the mountains. We've been once so far. We're hoping to go again at some point in the next week or two to go find another trail and walk around it. Shai found out that her health benefits at work can actually be used to pay for the pass. And also we can buy the Banff Pass. And we have enough, like there's a few $100s of allowance that she hasn't used that are gonna go soon. And then it, like when it renews. So we're gonna buy the Banff Pass, and we're also gonna buy the Kananaskis Pass with it and give the money back to our in-laws, to my in-laws. So that's pretty cool. Because it's like, it counts as health-related expense. So if her health insurance that she gets through work for her benefit allows for that. Oh shit, I got hit by a fucking... No! You little asshole! Once you get hit, you slow down. And the timings are so exact on this, you have to be careful. I didn't want to get all the way over there and find I was just too short of reaching the ledge. Well, if you want to go scuba diving in Florida or the islands, let me know, BRB. Yeah, I mean, that sounds really cool. Like, scuba diving is a thing I've never done. It might be a thing I might want to do one day, I don't know. But right now, we don't have any plans to go out of the country. Plus, more time I spend out of Canada counts against my renewal of my residency in 5 years. So I have to be careful. Even just for holidays or work-related, or so they don't care. So, alright, over here. Oh, that was pretty easy. Let me make another reset point. And onto that ledge, and up here, and through here. I need to glide around this rock here. And land here. Oh god. No. Oh god. Ah! Oh no. This is why I have this rewinder. If that would have been endgame, I would have been back down in the middle of the lava, and I would have had nowhere to go. I would have died in there. So now I wait for the rewinder to kick in again. That one's, I remember this being a frustrating one, because you have to land in this channel of lava, and then you set on fire, so you can't really stay there long. You have to get the fuck out of Dodge, you know. And you've got to nail the glide just right, because you have very, very small allowance of movement. Ah! Fuck! And we wait another 30 seconds. God, I hate the Chalice of Tears, but I will conquer it for at least the second time in my life. There is a jumping puzzle in Draconis Mons as well. Do I need to redo that, by the way, for Aurora? Let me remind myself. It's called Aurora Awakening, Draconis Mons. Bloodstone charged lava worm scale, Venge power source, Ignis heart, Aestus heart. No, I've already done that one. Searing ascender. That's not so bad. It's difficult because I can't use the position rewinder. You have to use these things called Oak Heart Essence, which are like a grapple. You fire a tendril of like plant life grappliness at a ledge somewhere, and you get to it. And it's a mixture of like gliding and then using that to get up onto a ledge. And doing that, you only get 3 uses of it, and it forces you to make sure you don't miss even one of them. So, but the problem is I can't use my position rewinder at the same time because it replaces the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills with just the Oak Heart Essence on one. So if I pull this out, this overrides it. So I can't. Oh god! Come on, get up there and get around here and go. Yes! Did it. Okay. Whew. Set my reset point there. I need to get on that little top bit there. Not going to be high enough if I don't. No, come on. Come on. No! I need to get over there. See where that ledge is? But I need to jump at it from this little bit here. If I don't, I go down there. Trying to get on this ledge can be a little overly fiddly. Oh, no! Come on. No. Oh! Okay, right, I am setting my reset point there, and we are gliding over here. Cool. Chest. What? Ancient chest. You have things for me? Had some gear? Nice. Alright. Ow! Oh, no! 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 No, I'm getting... No, I'm on the wrong weapon. Shit. Here we go. Done. Nice. Oh, and there's... Ah! Fuck, there's things shooting at me. Still shooting at me. Jesus. I don't know if you can hear when I'm talking, there's like a humming noise. Like, ooh. Our upstairs neighbor has vacuumed 3 fucking days in a row. Stop! I don't understand how anybody can be so obnoxiously noisy as the person who moved in above us, but they are fucking terrible. To hover out sideways to avoid that spout and get on there. Got it. We need to get around to there. Ah, boink. How much further do we have to go? You're probably all wondering, oh boy, do we still have a lot to do? So we need to get over there, and then there's some fucking around at the back end that we go up to somewhere on the top of this thing, and then we have to glide off, go all the way over there, and then fuck around and get over there, and then get all the way up here, and then around the back up here for a little bit, onto that ledge there, glide over to here, and then get up onto the top of here, glide all the way over there, and then get up onto the top of, I guess, that horn, or maybe there's another, I think it's actually, no, it's part of this rock face here. Glide across to here, climb up that horn, and then glide all the way the hell over there to another ridge that's behind this thing. And I think eventually at the top somewhere is the end. That's like where the end is. It's over there, but we've got to go all the way over there to get all the way back over there. The parkour of Guild Wars 2, yes. Ah, got it. Okay, cool. Right. Well, thankfully, checkpoint. Beautiful. The stakes are a little lower when we're in these back areas because we're not around the volcano. Oh god, but there's lava there. let's not just stand in that. Oh no, here we go. Right. Away we go. Avoid that lava spout. And zoop. Hey! Did it in one. There's a lot of blind gliding in this, like, you just have to have faith. Let me give you all another, for anyone who has trouble with jumping puzzles, just one thing I want to point out to you. Go into your options, okay, and I believe it's, no, it's not under controls, it's under general options, somewhere further down. Under combat and movement, you see this that says double tap to evade? Turn that shit off. If you double tap W, A, S, or D, you do a roll, and this is on by default. Turn it off. And rebind under the key bindings your dodge to something that suits you. I put it on V because it's just where my thumb rests, right? It's just above the space bar for jump, so it's V. Works out nicely. But turn that off because it's painful. You sometimes make it to a ledge, think you're about to, you know, go too far, and then you hit the back button, but you double tap it by accident, and then you do a backwards roll, and you roll off your ledge, and you're like, fuck! It's, yeah, it's horrible. My thumb rests on the B, and every game assumes you have small hands. Yeah, I mean, the B works as well. It can work, right? I think, well, in this game, B opens up your world versus world. Things like these, you know, the things that you have buttons for up here, you can always rebind those. I don't need a shortcut button. I mean, apart from maybe inventory, I always makes sense, right? Agrius Corvus. Damn, that's a cool name. I only turn it off for jumping puzzles, otherwise I like it being on. Also, hi, hello. Hello, come on in. Welcome to the channel. And yeah, I mean, I used to like it, but I've gotten used now to having it bound to the V key and just pressing the button to roll. It does help. And it saves me having to remember to turn it off. Okay, oh shit. Yeah, I thought I was gliding to that. I need to go around it? Yeah, Taco Overlay says go around. Okay, well this is why we have the prototype position rewinder. Yeah. God, it's like having, it's like, you know, a Mesmer portal, but the non-Mesmers, and with a 30-second cooldown on being able to jump back. That's fair, I did this one a couple of weeks back to myself, it's rough, yeah. Well, I was just telling people earlier on, a few weeks ago, because one of my, like, personal challenges I've been doing, off-stream mostly, the side stories that they introduced, which were the return to, like, Season 2 onward stories, and I think there's also return to Season 1's in there now somewhere? No, there aren't, but they did, oh, they added them in as just, I think, different things somewhere else. But yeah, doing the Return to Gates of Maguma, Entanglement, Dragon's Reach, and so on, I've been working my way through and finishing these off, because I wanted the skin boxes for like, and I haven't opened any of them still. They're sitting in my bank until I decide what I want from them. But I've been going through all of them, and now I've been going through Season 3 story, because you have to replay the story to do most of them, right? So, Return to Rising Flames forced me to have to do this, Chalice of Tears. I like how it says reconquer. I never conquered it to begin with. I like how the game assumes that you've done this once already. Like, no. I took a few attempts at this and said, I don't care for that level of pain. But then I learned about the prototype position rewind, and I was like, great, I'm gonna go get it, and I'm gonna go do this, because I need to do it to get this achievement. So yeah, I did it, and I was happy. But while I've been going through Living World Season 3, I've also been doing the masteries in the story journal for them as well. You know, like working my way through them, and getting the full masteries so I can get, you know, the Dragon Scale Epaulettes, I can get the Bloodstone Crown, which is pretty badass looking, and so on, all the armor pieces. And I just recently finished Flashpoint as well, and I'm working on the Henge. I got all of the Sentient Eaters and combined them into the Gleam of Sentience, and I bought the Sentient Seed from it, which unlocks the Aurora legendary trinket path. And what does that want me to do? It wants me to go through the Chalice of Tears again. And I'm like, ah. So that's why I'm doing it now. And I wanted to do it on stream to show people the pain. Yeah, that's it. They brought Season 1 back as well. Yes, that they did. They added them in as like strike mission kind of things now that you can do. I haven't done those yet. I still haven't done. I didn't play the game back when Season 1 was really a thing. So, which I was kind of sad that I missed so much cool stuff, but I've watched YouTube videos of the story and how it evolved and people's narration of it and so on, which was really good. Oh, I did it. Oh, yes. So yeah, well, I've been working through, and I've just been mostly achievement grinding. I'm still working my way through End of Dragon's story for the first time. I haven't played it yet. We're at the point now where we've finished Ekavald Wilds, and we've had to go back to Saitung Province to confront June. And the game bugged out on me. Like, the story mission didn't do what it should do to progress to the next bit. So I left it at that last week, and we played Oxenfree 2. I'm going to go back to it once I've done this jumping puzzle, because we've been streaming for nearly, well, like over an hour and 40 minutes now. That'll be enough mucking around, because I haven't really been able to play the game myself lately, so I just kind of wanted to do some stuff and do it on stream. And then we're going to carry on with End of Dragons and get that done, because I'm mostly, like, my streams are mostly about the story. Oh my god, I really screwed up there. Fucking fine, I'm gonna use the position rewinder. God, game. Oh, this is such bullcrap. This is bullcrap. There we go. Fuck. Come on. And jumping puzzles, they're a negative feedback loop. You can do a thing where it's like, oh, I made the first like 6 or 7 jumps so far, and then you fuck up and you're like, great, I've got to start from the beginning. And then you'll maybe make only the next 3 or 4 jumps and you'll fuck up and have to start from the beginning. And then you'll probably fuck up 5 or 6 times in a row on the first jump, and you're like, ah! God! You know. And then, oh, there we go. Fuck yes. Let's rewind there. Ah! See what I mean? And then you'll kind of just take a moment, refocus, and then you'll run through and do it fairly well. But you go through that pain in nearly every jumping puzzle in this game. I'm trying to decide if Elementalist or Guardian with a pistol is more fun sounding, so I can redo all the story stuff on one. Nice. Yeah, Elementalist with a pistol does sound pretty freaking sweet, let's be honest. I've never played Elementalist. I haven't played many of the classes. I mean, I'm playing the Necro right now. I'm running a Reaper build that I saw on Muckluck's YouTube channel, where it's the low intensity Reaper build, which is good for streaming because it lets me pay more attention to chat and less to like running my combos on buttons and stuff. And it's pretty tanky and nice and high damage, high burst damage, so I quite like it. But oh, there we go. Yeah. But I've also played a Ranger, which my Ranger currently is an Untamed, which I like, but is very glass cannony now. I find is not very tanky. I'm going to be interested to see the changes to the weapons with those guys. Like, you imagine, I haven't really played much of a Druid. I've got a Druid build, but I haven't played it much because I don't really do a lot of group content, and Druids on their own, like with all the Healy stuff that they can do, there's better options to play solo than a Druid. I have an engineer, a Char engineer, that I've played most of the personal story through. I got to the Battle of Claw Island where you lose against the Plague Bearer, and then you have to go take it back, and I haven't done that bit yet. And I haven't played him in ages. I was struggling with the engineer to really get to grips with it. So, but I generally mostly play my Necro right now. And I've played a Revenant. I've got an Asura that I played as a Revenant, and I've done some of the personal story, and I just got sidetracked, and I haven't gone back to it. So yeah, but the new changes coming up look really cool. I think Season 1 is all I played. Really? You need to play more. I think I played through whatever second expansion too. So Living World Season 2 came afterwards, and then that rolled into Heart of Thorns, which is where you go to the Maguma jungle and fight the Mordramoth stuff. I haven't done End of Dragons either, only recently returned to the game after Path of Fire. Oh, well, welcome back to the game. I mean, I've had a lot of on and off time with Guild Wars as well. I can go through months at a time where I don't pick it up and then I just binge the shit out of it, so... But I've never been caught up to the story. We were almost, my wife and I, actually on my YouTube channel, if you look for I'm Ironwolf on YouTube, I have my personal story playthrough with this character. But at that point, my wife and I had already played up to Season 4 together, like, you know, like just in private. Okay, I'm just gonna wait here a moment. We'd played up to Season 4 in private, and then I was like, I want to stream it, and she's like, well, I'll play with you. But we lived, like, she's Canadian and I'm British, and we were still apart at that time. I was waiting for COVID and immigration stuff so I could move over here. And in that time, this was our way to spend more time together. So she'd get up at 7 a.m. while I was streaming at like 4 p.m. in the UK, and we'd play, not 4 p.m., 2 p.m. This was when I used to start at 2 p.m. in the UK. And we'd play together then, like, she would stream every Saturday. We'd play Guild Wars, we'd do story, and we just ran all the way through to Season 4. And at that point, I guess you could say we were kind of caught up, but Icebrood Saga was also being released. And with it being COVID, they didn't have voice acting. So we said, well, look, it's going to be better for the stream if there's voice acting. Everybody's used to it. You know, I could read everything out loud, but let's just wait for the voice acting to come in. And then we didn't get round to it forever. And then End of Dragons came out as well, before I even sat down to play Icebrood Saga. So that was my journey with it up to that point. Oh god, why am I struggling with this? There we go. And recently I played through Icebrood Saga finally on stream. My wife didn't join me for that because she's now got a job. Back then she was out of work for medical reasons, so she had more spare time. But now she's got a job. She's also doing her yarn dyeing business as well, which she wants to focus on. She has less time to do anything with that now that she has a full-time job, and also her writing. So it's like, you know, I had to go on alone without her, and she still hasn't played Icebrood Saga yet. She's played a little bit of it. She's played up to Bajora Marchers. Okay, can we make this? Nope, we can't. Ah! Shit. Shit. But I've said to her, you know, at some point if you want to play it, let me know and I'll help you get through it. We'll like speed through it. Yeah, Elsa's very much playing piano. Pretty much. That, like, you know, so many different builds are very I tried playing a thief as well. I hated the thief. I really did. I have so much respect and so much hate at the same time for people who play thief. I've been in World versus World with, back when my wife and another friend of ours used to play this game together, and we went into World versus World, and the three of us, our friend had a, basically what I'm playing, a Necro Reaper, and I had my non-soul beast with a great sword, and she had my wife had a non-soul beast with mostly using range. We were soloed by a thief, a very slow, painful, agonizing death, like of being just constantly picked away at, bit by bit by bit, and they kept leaping away, disappearing, fucking off somewhere else, coming back at us and going again, and our health, like we were trying to recover as much as we could, and then we'd lose a little bit more, and then get it back, and lose a bit more again, and get a bit back, and it was painful. It was like a 5 to 10 minute running battle with this one thief. And it's like, I hate this person because of how disgustingly good they are with this class. And I knew from having tried to play a thief how difficult they are to play. And I was like, God damn you for being so talented at this game, you know? They are awful, and at the same time, I have so much respect for the people that can play it so well, because you need a level of mental and physical dexterity that I will never have. You need to transcend to a different plane of humanity to play a thief. Furthest I think I've been is about halfway through Ice Brood yourself. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, Ice Brood. I really enjoyed a lot of Ice Brood Saga. And I'm just going to leave it at that. The story is great, don't get me wrong. I feel like mechanically it all falls apart at the end. But don't let that discourage you. You should really go through it all and play it. It is a real it is a really cool story. And leading into End of Dragons, oh my god, there's so much where I'm like, dude, that's a thing that's happening now. Fuck, this is cool. Oh yes, yes. Oh, we're here! We did it! And there's a freaking nasty fucking... Why can't I hit this little shit? There we go, I'm getting him. We're here, we did it! I've been talking so much, I didn't realize, like... I don't want to get too close because he's probably going to knock me off. I bet he's going to have a knockback that will fuck me over. I can't remember. But I'm having trouble hitting him with my range attack. It's like he's obstructed constantly. I have to use my AoEs on him. Yes, we did it! Don't fuck this up. Oh!
Too much treasure.
Oh! Yo, the Flask of Tears. Drink those fucking tears. Get hecked, world. I did it. Okay, well, I'll put that to one side. Ooh. I forgot what I was talking about now because I was so excited that I was at the top of the Chalice of Tears. Oh, yo. What was I talking about, guys? I forgot entirely. Anyway, play End of Dragons. It's fun. It's really good. Play Ice Brood Saga. I love the story. There's cool things happening. Man, I remember Shy and I, this isn't going to be a spoiler for you as well, Corvus, because you've played it now, but Season 4, second to last chapter, the end when you fight Kralkatorrik at Thunderhead Peaks, my wife and I were playing that together privately first, like before we streamed the game together, and we had been through the 2 chapters to get to there in a session in the evening before I had to go to bed because it was late for me. It was like 11 p.m. and I'm like, let's finish this off. Let's do the Kralkatorrik battle. Let's see how this ends, and then I'll go to bed. Okay, cool. We get to the end, and Aurene dies, and it's like, oh my god, no. See our precious little dragon girl all skewered on crystals and everything. That was disturbing, and I was like, God, we're finishing the night on such a bummer. And then we played it again the next day, at the beginning of the next chapter, where we're having the funeral for her, and it's like, oh boy, wait, she's alive? She came back to life? And Bram losing his shit about it, laughing, saying, praise Joko, because she ate the Lich King, therefore she came back to life. She absorbed his powers of undeath, and we're like, oh, it was so good. This is why I love the story of this game. It's amazing. Alchemist, I see you in chat. How's it going? I was kind of hoping you'd slip off at the last step. I knew you would. Oh, that was the moment that Bram started being a good character again. Not, yeah. Well, I mean, a little bit before that as well. Through season 3, he was kind of a dick, and into Path of Fire. He was a bit of a dick. He was being a pouty child, you know, like, oh my god. Bram, my dude. He needed a slap around the head. But yeah, he was a good character. And Icebrood Saga is like very much a good thing for, like, a good show of his character as well, because it's all Norn stuff and Char stuff. I loved the whole party in Grothmar Valley, and Bram sending you drunken calls at the beginning, like, and not even realizing his communicator was on sometimes, and him and Ryland Steelcatcher just like getting drunk and hanging out. But then he wakes up in the prison cell the next day and was like, can you come bail me out? We're like, dude, where's your bow? I don't know. And it's like, oh shit, here we go.